Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Georgia from Georgia's Shenanigans. Thanks very much for watching my video. Today we're going to see how you make a chain lash bracelet. This can be worn by men or women. It's quite versatile. So what you need, the only tools you need is a pair of scissors and some glue. So we'll just pop them back there. I've got a piece of stainless steel chain, and there's about 7 inches of chain, which is around 17 centimeters. A couple of beads. These are 8mm ceramic beads. You could use smaller beads if you wanted to. I just chose these ones because they've got a nice big hole. You need a button with a shank that's got a hole big enough for your leather to go through. And you'll need some 2mm leather. I've got about 180 centimeters, which is about 6 feet, I believe, of leather. So what you want to do is, first of all, you want to put your button in the center. So pop your ends together, and you want your button to sit around about there. So just putting one piece of your leather through your button. And as I said, you want it roughly in the center. So pull it all the way up. And of course, being leather, it moves around quite a bit. Okay, so we've got our button on our leather, just like that. Now for the tricky part, it can take a little while to do this, but I'll give you the basic idea of how to do it. Grab your ends of your leather, and in your very first loop, stick one end through that way and one end through the other way. So you've got like a crisscross effect going on. And then you want to pull it all the way up to your button. Just making sure that you stay kind of in the middle. And you want it to be close to your button, but not hard up against your button. So it looks like that. Just check that you're still in the middle of your leather, and I am pretty close. Okay, so there's a trick to making it even. So if you look at your leather, how it's crossed through your loop, you'll see that one is kind of on the top and one is on the bottom. Now that's important. So you need to remember that the one on the top goes from the bottom up, and the one on the bottom goes from the top down. So it's the opposite of where the leather is sitting. So you take your piece on the top, and in your next loop or your next link, it goes up. Whoops. It goes up from the bottom. Pull that through. And then your other one, that's going to want to move down the leather, so just finagle it and get it back up to the top. So your other piece goes from the top down. It's kind of hard to show on camera how to do this one, but once you get in the groove, it's pretty easy. So now I'm not happy with how far it's moved away from the button, so I'm just going to try to move it all up a little bit again. Now be fairly gentle with your leather, because you don't want to mark it or anything like that. Now you need to turn it. So the ring that your leather is coming through, you need to, it doesn't want to be facing you. The next one down is the one you're interested in. You want the loop to be facing you. So again, you check which piece is on top, and it's this one. So the top one goes from the bottom up, and then the other one goes from the top down. Okay, and then you want to turn it, and again you've got your top and your bottom. So this one is the top one, so it's going to go from the bottom up, and the bottom one is going to go from the top down. Okay, turn it again. So just make sure that as you're doing it, your leather is all even. And this looks pretty even. So turn it again. So this one is the top, goes from the bottom up. And the bottom one goes from the top down. Just like that. So this is the pattern that we're looking for. Turn it again. It doesn't matter which way you turn it. The leather can be a little bit tricky to keep control of. So that's the top, and this is the bottom, which goes from the top down. So it's just important to remember that, because otherwise it's not going to be uniform all the way down your bracelet, and you want it to be uniform. So that's the pattern. So I'll continue this off camera, and I'll come back when I'm finished weaving it through the whole chain. Okay, so I'm back. So I've gone along and weaved it all the way along to the end of the chain. So this is what you're left with on the end here. So now what we need to do is make a barrel knot. There was one other tool that you need that I forgot to tell you. And this is just a piece of silicone tube. I find a really good thing to use is the little straws off the kids' juice boxes. They're perfect size, they're really, really good. So we're going to make a barrel knot. So we're going to place, and I'm doing this the wrong way around, so let me just turn my hands around. Place your tube or your straw, whatever you're using, just on top of your leather. Hold on to it. So you want to bring one strand around, wrap it around once. You can wrap it around however many times you like. I usually do 3 or 4. And you've got to hold onto your loops very tightly the whole time, otherwise you'll lose them. So I've got 4. You see that? So now what you need to do is feed your leather back through the tube. Sometimes it'll get a little bit stuck where the knots are, depending on what tube you're using. All the time though, you have to hang on to your loops, because if you let them go, the knot will be ruined. Now, the one that you've just used to wrap, it will tighten the loops. The other one will move the knot further up. So just gently massage it into place. Pulling on your leather, but don't pull it so hard that you break it. And there you have it. There's the barrel notch. Sorry if I went off camera then. So there's your barrel knot. And you know, you can put it as close to the chain as you want. I'm happy with mine sitting about there. So that's what we've got now. So we've got our button on one end, up here, and then we've got a barrel knot at the other end. So we're going to now make another barrel knot to make a buttonhole for our button to go through. So you need to leave enough space that your button's going to be able to go through. So once again, grab hold of your tube and start wrapping the leather around. It's a little bit hard to show you on camera because you've got to hang on to so much of it. Kind of almost need a couple more fingers. And if you wanted your barrel knot to be a little bit smaller, you can just wrap a couple of times. Pull the tube out, make sure you hang on to those loops, and then start tightening it. Don't tighten it all the way though, because you want to make sure that you've got a hole big enough for your button. So that's pretty much perfect. Now obviously if you're making this for a man, you may need to make it a little bit longer, like the whole bracelet, a little bit longer. So tighten your barrel knot. So that's what we've got now. And that's where our button's going to go through, right there, to form your clasp, obviously. So now you've got these two bits left over, and you know, I had probably about 12 inches or so too much leather, but I always cut extra leather because you don't want to get to the end and find you don't have enough leather to finish the project. So pop one of your beads on one and just tie an overhand knot. And just put it to wherever you want your dangle to hang. Some people like them long, some people like them short. I just usually make them about an inch or so, depending on what I'm making. So that's one, and then the other one, pop your bead on. You can try and make them roughly the same size, or the same length, I mean. Tie it nice and tight. So those knots will hold your beads on. So now you just want to cut them off. Now you can cut it right at the knot, or you can leave a little bit of a tail. I'm going to leave a little bit of a tail on these ones. So now you want to take your glue and just pop a little bit of glue on the knots. Now I always find that the glue absorbs into the leather, so you can't really see it, but I use this T8000 glue. I find it's quite good for jewellery. And now my tube's almost empty, but you just want a little spot, like where the knot comes together. And as I said, it sort of absorbs into the leather so you don't see it. I'll just pop a little bit on this side. Just a few little dots here and there. Maybe pop a little bit in there. Oh, it's got to fluff off my cardigan. And then a little bit on the other side. Okay, now we want to do the same on the other knot. You'll find that, as I said, that the leather will absorb the glue, but at the same time, you don't want to put too much on it. Just a little bit. Just helps to secure the knots. You'll generally find that the knots won't come undone anyway. You know, occasionally you might have one fail, but once the leather is kind of put into the position that it's in, it'll settle there. And then again on these little end knots, just a little bit of glue. Just to give it a little bit of extra security. And that's it. So there you have it. A chain lash bracelet with a button closure that can be worn by men or women. And it looks like a nice piece of jewellery. It's stainless steel chain, so it'll last a long time. This bracelet will last a long time. I wouldn't wear it sort of to the beach, like in the water, or swimming or showering or anything like that, because it's leather. It will absorb water. But for going out, anything like that, it's perfectly fine. So there you have it. So thanks very much for joining me. If you could like and subscribe would be fabulous. And I'll see you in the next video. Thanks very much.